If you are lucky enough to have an HNT miner already, I am sure you are concerned about earning as much HNT as possible with it, and in turn, providing the most coverage to the network. I believe that regardless of where you are, an appropriate antenna upgrade will give you the best chance to earn the most HNT in your location. This also means positioning your antenna in your location as best you can, meaning installing the antenna on the roof rather than in a room near a window if possible. I have had my miner set up for 30 days with the stock setup in a room in my apartment near a window. In this video, we will quickly go over my current setup and earnings so far, and I will walk through placing my order for all the new components that I will need for my antenna upgrade. The new setup will be a stronger antenna, and it will be mounted outside near the roof. Hello everybody, and welcome back to another video here on the Crypto Compound channel. If you want to stay up to date in the latest news, information, tips, and tricks, and analysis, and all things Helium, please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Into the video. Today, we are going to be focusing on upgrading my current RAK miner setup. But first, let's look at this chart, this daily chart. Not a pretty day here for crypto, for HNT. We have more China FUD overnight news driving the markets downward. We can see here from the line we drew yesterday, this is the same chart we took a look at, the daily chart. We touched this trend line and the news shot us straight down, right back down to this line here. We are now hovering under $18, which is a little bit uncomfortable for a lot of people, but it is the broader market, nothing specific to Helium that is driving this. This will pass. Just China FUD is nothing new. It is very, very usual. I think that the news is actually starting to sort of fall on deaf ears at this point. I mean, China FUD has been a storyline for years in crypto, more specifically to Bitcoin, but in crypto. I think this will pass. I wouldn't be too concerned. There is definitely potential for more downside as we discussed yesterday. I know yesterday we were looking at this weekly chart, looking at the drawdowns here and what's possible, what's not. I think with this news last night, it's probably possible that we see something. I think it's definitely possible that we move this red candle down a little farther with this recent news. I don't think what we saw was the end of it. There's possible that there's another few storylines over the next day or two that drive the broader crypto markets a little more south. So I wouldn't be surprised to see a little bit more red here. But apart from that, let's get into the video. So I have my current RAK hotspot miner V2 set up for about 30 days now. I will put some pictures of how it's currently set up where it is in my apartment. Nothing spectacular. It's just sitting on top of my air conditioner unit near a window. I did make sure to raise the mesh screen because it is the instructions do specify that the antenna and the frequency waves and the signal does not like those metal mesh screens. So I did raise that up. Unfortunately, I'm not in the greatest mining location. We will go through my 30-day results in just a second, but this is the current setup. Like I said, nothing spectacular. I did want to get 30 days of it just in the stock setup where I am, just for a reference to how the antenna improves the returns, which we will go through once I have them. But I am looking, of course, now to upgrade the antenna. It is a little bit complicated. I'm not very technical or engineering oriented, so I am not 100% sure what I need to order, but we're going to go through it. I think I figured it all out. We will go through it now. And to take a quick look at my earnings over the last 30 days, these are them. So right now, as it stands, 30-day returns, 4.73 HNT rewards, which at today's market price, let's take a look here. So if we're going to use, I'm just going to use a $20 HNT price. That's sort of a ballpark of the range I expect us to be in for the next month or so. And we were above 20 for a good amount of this earnings. So it's around $94, $95 in earnings over the past 30 days. And I am not in a great location by any means, not in a particularly good location. It's rather dense and rather hilly here, but It's about $100 over the last 30 days, which I am happy with considering it's the stock setup. I've done nothing. I bought this miner for, I believe it was around I could check, but I believe it was around $400. So within a month, I've already recouped about 25% of my initial investment, which on the stock setup in a not great location is still pretty darn good in my opinion. Of course, this upgrade, I would expect to at least double the earnings that I'm experiencing now. Fingers crossed, we'll see how that goes. Who knows, it might 5x the returns. I'll keep you guys updated on what happens. Okay, so now to the main part of this video regarding what I actually need to purchase in order to make this happen. So I am looking to upgrade to this 8 dBi antenna. Now, depending on where you are in the world, if you're going to do this, you have to figure out what frequency you are, because there's 2 different 8 dBi fiberglass antennas for 2 different frequencies. The easiest way to do this, I'll put a link to this page below, is to go here to this kit, specifically on the top right of this page, and you click on the frequency map guide. This will show you all the different countries where this is possible. And if you go to the United States, you'll see 915 megahertz frequency. That is what I need. So if I go back here, I'm going to start off with purchasing. First of all, I don't want the bundle here because the bundle has a magnetic base that is sort of for like indoor use. I'm doing this outdoors, so I am just purchasing this antenna, and we'll have to purchase all the mounting and the other parts separately. So I'm going to purchase the 8 dBi 900 megahertz for the United States antenna. So here I am. We need to purchase the RP-SMA, N-type RP-SMA antenna. If you go here to the RAK documentation, you will see that this is the RP-SMA female connector. So we need the N-type to RP-SMA, not any of these other ones. I don't know what they are. This is the one we need for the RAK V2 miner. I'm going to go ahead and add this to the cart. So we can see here we have that in the cart, but now we need the cable and we need the mounting pieces. So we also need this pulsar cable as an accessory because we need to get this thing outside. If we go here, we can see we can select one of these. As you saw on the RAK miner here, this is an RP SMA female connector. So we are going to need the RP SMA male connector to connect this cable to the miner. So I'm going to select this, and now we have to just keep a note. The other end of this cable now is an N-type female. So that is the correct one we need. I will show you why once I go to once I show you the connection on the actual antenna. And we go here to the cable length. We need about 32 feet. I think that is okay. Honestly, before I purchase this, I am going to measure exactly, and I'm going to reach out to them because they do say that you could get a custom length if you reach out to them. I might need a custom length, but for right now, for the sake of this video, this is the one I think I'll need. I do not believe that I need this SMA adapter. I will show you why. Let's add this to the cart. So now we have the cable, which is going to go from my miner to this fiberglass antenna, but we do now need, and let me show you actually exactly how I believe this should fit. So the other end of my cable now is an N-type female. So we would need an N-type male antenna, and if we go to my antenna that I'm purchasing, we will see that it is N-type, and the documentation page, which I'll go to here, we'll see that the data sheet, we can see that this is an N-type male. So that means that this cable here, which the SMA male is going to connect to the N-type female, that female is going to connect to the N-type male end of our antenna. So I do not believe that we need any sort of adapter or anything. I believe it should work correctly. I'm going to confirm that, and we'll let you guys know if that's not the case. So if we go back to my cart, we have these two things here. Now we need the mounting cable. Now I'll show you I'll put the picture up of where this is going to go, and I'll show you why I'm selecting the one that I need to select. So if we go back here, we can see that there's a new antenna mounting kit, We will click this. Now, if we go to the data sheet for this, the documentation, we can see that this is the setup I need because I'm putting it on the side of the building and I want the antenna to go up. So I need the L-shaped wall mounting pole. So if we go back to the antenna mounting kit, let me go back all the way. Okay, to the antenna mounting kit, I need the L-shape, the L-type wall mounting. That is the one I need. And I do believe that if I look at my cart here, it looks like I have the actual, it looks like this is coming with these brackets. So I'm not positive if I need those two brackets. It looks, let me see in the product page. Let me see in the product page. Yeah, so I'm going to need, if we zoom in here, it looks like I'm going to need those brackets that are asked if I want them. In addition, I am going to add those to the cart. It looks like that is what connects this bracket to this pole to the antenna. I am going to purchase this, and let me just check the documentation page to make sure it looks like I'm expecting it to. Yeah, so this is what's going to connect it. This is what is going to connect the antenna to that pole mounting. That's exactly what I need. So I am going to add this to the cart. And I need the L-type with that. So it looks like this is what I need, everybody. So I have now I have the mounting kit for the mounting pole for outside. That's going to go to the side of the building. I have this, which is going to connect to the mounting pole. The mounting pole is then going to be able to connect to this fiberglass antenna, and this fiberglass antenna is going to be connected to this cable, which is going to run all the way to my RAK miner, which is still going to be inside. Now, before I click order all of this, I am going to, before I check out, this is where I would go. Before I do this, before I check out, I am going to first confirm that this 32 feet is the right amount. I'm going to make sure that it will fit, it will reach where I'm trying to go. If not, I am going to have to email them and try and get maybe a 40 or 45 foot length cable. So I'm not going to put this through right this second. I'm also going to confirm with them that I do not need an adapter. I don't think I do based on what I just showed you guys, but I'm going to confirm those two things with them, and then I'm going to place this order and hopefully get this stuff here as soon as possible. I am very excited. Let me know if you guys have done this, if I'm doing anything wrong, if I'm missing something, or like I said, I'm no engineering expert, but I think this is right based on what we did. Let me know if you've done this, if this is right, if this is wrong, if I'm an idiot. But I'm very excited to get this here, to earn more HNT, get this set up outside. Let me know your thoughts. But just like that, this video is over. I will see you next time.